What's going on, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over trades from this week, so without further ado, let's go. All right, so today is Friday, so where are we? So this week has been really good. We've had a lot of momentum in the small and micro cap markets, and actually some large caps have been going crazy as well. So we're just going to talk about that. We're going to recap some of the trades that I took as well. So starting with the SPY. Obviously, Trump, Biden was inaugurated a few days ago. So, right now he's our president. So what does that mean? That basically means, they're going to try to, continue the spending because, the Democrats love spending and, they're going to increase spending and on a lot of programs. And then the stimulus is going to be probably going to get passed, possibly within the next few weeks or at least maybe a month. And hopefully, if they all sides agree, then they pass a stimulus, and then everybody, people can it could boost the economy basically. So that said, the SPY is still reacting very well. We're kind of like in this. I won't call it a range bound. Range bound market, but it's still like, given a series of higher lows. Okay. And, you guys know my target over 400. Okay. Within the next few months, I think, we're probably going to get to 400. I mean, this is just my opinion. Okay. It's not financial advice, consult with your financial advisor. This is not investment advice by any means, but this is just my thoughts, just based on the chart. I think we'll probably hit 400 by before the end of March. Okay, so as far as small cap stocks, so we had a few stocks that were, that ran this week. So take a look right here. So the first one that comes to mind, actually, sorry guys, 1 second. So the first one that comes to mind is ACRS. So ACRS was on the 19th. So ACRS was on the 19th. I think Monday was MLK Day, so the markets were closed. So with this, pretty much it's a high IO name. And, the way I traded this, I just kind of longed on dips, pretty much. Took a bunch of like dip trades on these on the stock. So, and it kept holding trend. So I like it. I like stocks that hold trend and with series of higher lows. So basically, I just longed on dips on that. Now, another one was GRTS. So GRTS was, oh my God, GRTS was a beast. Like this stock was a beast. Now, GRTS, basically, I mean, I had this stock on my watch, right? I was watching this. I was like, okay, this thing looks like it could really take off, and I was actually watching this. I was on a mic at that time. And I was watching the stock. I was like, this thing looks really good, right? Plus, I kind of like the pattern that it was forming as well. So, I love the, the bullish breakout right there. So I was watching it and it broke out, and then, basically got long on that. And that was a pretty sick move. So this thing went from like the open around the 850s all the way up to 28 in after hours. This is crazy. This is a crazy move. And then the next day went all the way up to 35. I mean, come on, that's crazy. So, it was a nice mover. And then there was OBLN, right? So OBLN, this stock moved as well, right? This is, I think, moved the same day as GRTS. So, OBLN initially it was kind of like grindy, right? It was like grindy action. And if you go on a lower time frame, you can easily see it was kind of grindy around here and around here as well. But then it started to open up, and just kind of went parabolic. So with this OBLN, I forgot where I took this. I mean, I know I bought dips on this, but I also got a W. Where's that? It was closer to the right here. Yeah, so right here. Oh, gosh. right there. So I got that. And, with this, I was just long and dip. So this was pretty cool. This is a nice, trending stock. And it went crazy as well. I mean, it pretty much went from like, the threes all the way up to 10. I mean, that's, if you caught that move, that would have, you could have made a lot of some nice profits on that. So, all right. And the next day we had ADTX. So ADTX was, So ADTX was on the 21st. So ADTX was basically, I just got long the opening drive right there, and then just scaled out on that move. I actually was thinking this thing will probably go all the way to about 8. That was my target, right? But it just kind of like dropped. Like there was like right at this moment. Actually, where was that? Yeah. So right here, there was a lot of there was like a micro shelf going on there, right? So the manipulators were basically they were dumping into the spike. So what they would do is they'll like they'll like dump into a spike. So if it spikes up, they kind of dumped into it, right? So this was a very little, like right here. They kept doing it right here, and then with this, it popped up, and it will probably sucker the longs in here, and then boom, got the drop. But I'd already gotten my wins on here. So if this thing had probably come over 6, I would have looked to long it again. And then there was BBGI. So BBGI, that was another big mover. Where was that? It's right here. Now this one was the ultimate, the ultimate manipulation. Okay. So all right. So where did I trade this? So BBGI, I got I traded it I think somewhere here close to the open, but then right here, so they were pretty much soaking these 8s, and what they would do is they'll bid prop the 8s, and then it'll create the spike, and then they sell into the spike, and it'll dump, and then it'll sucker the shorts. The shorts will slam the lows, like slam 8s, and then it'll create, they'll squeeze it, and then it'll pop, and then they sell. So it was like range bound between 8 and like 20s and 30s, right? So when I saw this and it kept doing this, I took 2 trades on this. I basically just got long the dip. So when it broke 8, got long, and then sold the pop, and I did that twice. So I wasn't gonna try to keep going because I knew that something big was gonna happen. Either they spike this thing and just blow out all the shorts, or they just dump and blow out all the long traders over here. So, but they basically just did they blew out all the shorts, all the longs, and this thing never really caught a decent bounce. It just kind of like faded into oblivion after that. So closed the day at like 420s. So that's what happened with that. Okay. Now there was also Gene. So Gene was another mover. Now Gene, first of all, as soon as I saw the stock gapping up, I had low hopes for it. I didn't even trade it. I didn't even look at it. Right? Why? Because it popped up on some news, but the underwriters, the HCW, those guys, they were the underwriters, and those guys were. To me, it just seems like their main goal is just to dump shares. Really, like their sole purpose of existing is just to dump shares on unsuspecting long traders. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, I just think that a lot of their stocks just kind of have the same pattern. It's always this kind of like range bound and then an eventual fade, or just kind of opens and just dumps, and that's what happened. So Gene, basically I saw this right here, this move, and then the opening drive, and then a fade. I didn't even bother to trade this. These guys, they it's usually the same pattern all the time. So that was that. Now today, I wasn't like, I didn't trade today. I didn't really. Well, I traded. Okay, so here's the thing. I wasn't at my desk. I had a doctor's appointment for my son, so I wasn't at my desk. But I basically traded APCW on my phone, which is the wrong thing to do. You don't want to ever trade on your phone. I mean, I don't even do that, honestly. But today it was just, man, I just had a very, I'll call it evil FOMO, all right? And no matter how long you've been trading, no matter how good you are, I mean, those emotions, those nasty habits kind of creep up, right? So, you know, I got long HPCW, and gosh, it was just the wrong thing to do. I didn't do any really good analysis. I just basically, saw it. It broke out of it broke out of the daily levels, and this was just like in clear skies. So I'm thinking, okay, this thing will probably run to 10. So basically got long, I think like 850s, right, and then it popped to 880, and literally it dropped. Now, on my phone, I was trying to get out on the bid, right? I was trying to get out like on my phone. But, if you guys have ever tried to trade on your phone, it's not the most efficient way to trade. You want to be at your desk, right? Staring at the screens. You have your hotkeys, and then you can get in and out. But, I just felt the pinch. I really wanted to get in the trade, right? Because I looked at it, I'm like, well, this looks like a really decent setup. So basically got long. If I was at my computer, I would have stopped out easily, but I couldn't stop out easily. So I basically got long right here, and then boom, this thing came down, and I got stuck in the halt. And it came back up, it reopened, popped up some more, and then boom, I stopped out, finally filled. So, lost over a point on this. I mean, it just was brutal. It wasn't the best. And, lesson learned. I mean, I know not to do that. I mean, I've been trading for long enough to know that trading on your phone is not good. It's really not good. Okay, you can't really look at the charts and do TA at the same time, place your orders and get out quick enough. And then also you're at the mercy of whatever Wi-Fi you're using, or if you're in a place where there's not adequate service, it could be harder for you to get out. Okay, maybe your order might just be sitting right there, and until the service comes back on, and then you can get out. So it got me. Basically just lost over a point of share. So that was really bad. But so that's that. Hoping praying next week will be a lot better, and we have continuation of these stocks that they've moved this week, and the momentum continues on all the way to the summer. That's just my hope. Okay, you guys have been great, guys. Also, feel free to sign up to the Institute at madasmoney.com. So we're actually, running a few specials on our trading courses. And if you, basically sign up to madasmoney.com, or just in the institute.madasmoney.com, the link is going to be in the description below. You can, pick whoever you want to take a course with. So I specialize in, trading long, the long setup. And, I have my colleagues in there that specialize in trading different strategies, like short and, short in, midday runners, and, shorting over extended moves. So the link is going to be in the description below. Also, follow me on Twitter at Market Omega. I usually post, ideas on stocks, cryptocurrencies, sports, and just life in general. Okay. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feel free to turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right. You guys have been great. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next week with another weekly recap. Take care.